Comics Watch. Comics Watch. Comics Watch.
Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to this week's episode of Comics Watch. I have finally kept my promise, and we have our new intro. I hope you liked it. You just would have saw it. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing very well. How are you?
Pretty good. So, this is the second part of Teen Titans Week. The first part, we haven't even actually recorded it yet, but that's that's rewatch. That's actually going to be coming out a few days before this. We haven't even recorded it yet, so we're doing things crazy. So this is the kind of like a soft relaunch.
It's like poetry
of a lot of
rhymes.
Okay, George Lucas, please finish up. Please that. but anyway. So we are doing Teen Titans. Okay.
Yes, we are.
Before we start this, I kind of wanted to say what this series meant to me. Okay. So I was always a comics admirer for some time. All right. But it really wasn't until after I got out of high school and I checked a book out of the library. I think it was actually this exact book because I ordered it from the library, and this is probably the exact same volume I read back in 2007, 2008.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because I remember it was like this edition. Might even be this exact copy. Probably is.
Hashtag full circle.
I was wondering when that would come in. And yeah, this is what got me into comics. This is what really made me a comic books fan. And through this, I've made some awesome friendships. I made a friend that I still have to this very day, and it's made me other friends. In fact, this guy right next to me.
I was about to say, what am I, chopped liver?
No, you're a 2-week-old liver that's been sitting out in the sun for the whole time. And
I do like sunbathing.
Yeah, it's pretty stinky liver. But anyway. This is what Teen Titans to me. So Teen Titans is a comic that got me into comics. Thus, it's always going to have a special place in my heart. So like Jared said, things are coming hashtag full circle. We're reviewing probably the most important comic to me. But here's the crazy part. Jared, you had never actually read this before, have you?
No. Okay, let me explain. Again, so my story of comics, I came into New 52 and the Teen Titans book back then sucked. I had watched the show, though. I want to be clear.
What year?
2011, 2012, somewhere in there.
Okay, because I was about to say the Jeff Johns run of the early.
Jeff Johns run is good. Don't get me wrong. Ignore the
with that Mike Turner cover.
Yes, that's the next omnibus. I'm gonna get the Teen Titans on it. But once I really got into comics and started this and brought on Ixicos, he started telling me you got to read the new Teen Titans run, and I've heard everyone tell me that. Plus, it's a George Perez book, and I was very much enjoyed his Wonder Woman run. So I was like, I know the art's going to be killer. And it's Marv Wolfman. So I was, and plus, it's the first appearance of Deathstroke, my favorite villain.
Yeah, so here's what's funny, is this is issue 1. And issue 1 you can get for like $20-$30. It's the second issue that is expensive. Because the second issue is the first appearance of Deathstroke.
Yeah.
So like the first issue you have for like $20-$30, and the second issue, that's like a couple hundred, maybe 1,000. I don't know like the value of it. I should have researched this more. But like, yeah.
Fun fact, the writer of this particular run, Marv Wolfman, had indicated that he read the Ben Affleck script and he would love to do it.
Marv Wolfman has always been based. Like you got to remember, Marv Wolfman is also the guy who created Blade.
Yeah, and didn't he also show up in the CW Crisis crossover?
Yeah, because him and George actually did do the Crisis book, so it makes sense. But I think they're trying to have Marv be kind of like a Stan Lee style cameo. But for Crisis on Infinite Earths, like if Marv Wolfman making a cameo, I think that fits.
That was fine. That's appropriate. So the other thing is like, I could kind of see where the guys that worked on Zack Snyder's Justice League got the arc for Cyborg, because at a certain point in this run, I got very much Snyder Cut vibes.
Let's explore. Let's kind of delve deep in this book. So first off, What were your kind of like, without doing any spoilers, what did you think of this? Like, just the short.
Well, for one thing, the art's freaking incredible.
The art holds up. Like,
It does. Like, wow.
Like, it comes from an era before computer coloring, but even then, the art actually, like, you can tell the pencils are still really good. If you were to slap some modern colors on this would like outshine modern art.
Yeah, it definitely would. Everything looks proportioned. The women look sexy. That's a key thing there.
Yeah, that's one of the good things about this book. This, like, if you haven't noticed, Jared, this book is kind of horny.
Kinda. When Starfire shows up, have you seen that?
Well, I mean, not just Starfire, but like Wonder Girl, like the way they draw her.
They show up in a bikini and Starfire's naked at one point. So I'm like, yeah. By the way, Snyder cut visual, Cyborg in the tracksuit.
Yeah, they lifted that wholesale for the movie.
Yeah, and Cyborg's entire arc. And the whole thing on Cyborg's design here, I like it and don't like it at the same time. Because I get what's going for. Let me put it this way, it's fine. It's not my cup of tea.
It's kind of made him more look like the shirt is definitely made it look more like an athletic shirt.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, I see where that they went for it, and I appreciate this.
Also, Jared, looking at Raven, does she remind you of anything?
Oh, Screecher.
So, Raven wasn't an intentional thing, but like as people have pointed it out, and I've looked at it, be like, okay, Raven was probably like a subconscious influence with Screecher. I have to admit that.
Yeah, very much so. When you see her with the hood up, she looks like Raven.
Well, the thing is, the pointy portion, I was trying to do Assassin's Creed there, but like it's still Raven. Like,
yeah. By speaking
like,
of
sure,
horny,
Nick, sure, you're doing Assassin's
Nick.
Creed.
But speaking of horn dog, have you seen the way Beast Boy talks to any woman?
Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. But like, I just want to comment. What do you think about like them trying to make Changeling his name here? Like, in that kind of.
I don't like it. I prefer Beast Boy.
Yeah, but yeah, that's the thing. Like the one knock I would have for the series is Beast Boy is kind of a creep.
Yeah, I'm like, that was my one complaint too when I'm reading this, and I'm like, I'm not. I don't think I'm digging this.
Like I like his story, his whole backstory. Like he's a rich trust fund kid, but like he's been abandoned so often. I like it, and like he uses humor as a coping mechanism. It's good stuff, but he's just very unlikable in so many aspects.
Exactly. But all these action scenes are freaking incredible. I also like how it's not until issue 2 that they do the whole kiss to learn a language thing, which I will say in the Judas Contract animated movie, they perfectly represented this when Starfire kisses Robin, and then Kid Flash and Arrow, Kid Flash like, I speak Spanish.
Yeah, that was one thing when I was reading this. I was like, holy crap, they really did this scene really well in that movie.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's what was going through my mind. I'm like, okay, I dig this.
Also, foreshadowing, this is Grant Wilson.
Oh yeah, exactly. As soon as it said Grant, I was like, oh, because again, I came at this as a fan of Deathstroke, so I know who Grant Wilson is.
Yeah, it's just like the art is just so amazing, especially when you get like the character faces. Can you zoom in?
Yeah, here's what you gotta understand about George Perez. He's a very detail
that art is still top tier.
Yeah, he excels in drawing details. I mean, look at the beads on her collar too.
Also, in the next panel, can we give a shout out to Kirby Dots?
Yeah, there you go.
We got Kirby Dots. We got Kirby Dots.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
But yeah, George Perez. Oh my god, this art is it's really good.
First appearance of Slade Wilson, the character that Rob Liefeld ripped off when he made Wade Wilson.
And didn't even try to hide it.
Didn't even try to hide it. There you go. But yeah, and this was really cool seeing how like they don't give an origin for Deathstroke. He's just there.
Also, I love how they call him the Terminator, because the thing I also love is I feel like they kind of call him Deathstroke the Terminator, but like they're trying to make him the Terminator, because you got to remember this is before the movie.
Yeah. And I think the movie is the reason why they dropped the Terminator title, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I think they still use it like every so often, but it's just more of a suffix. Whereas the Terminator was the one they're kind of pushing, but now they just do Deathstroke.
Yeah, because if you notice today, don't get me wrong, I would love a Teen Titans book where they fight Arnold Schwarzenegger as a Terminator. That'd be cool.
Deathstroke versus the Terminator. Anybody?
The Terminator versus the Terminator. TVT.
Oh my god.
There you go.
Oh my god.
Again, it's like I love seeing a Deathstroke be a badass because again, he's like the Punisher in that he's a character that DC has like butchered of late.
Go back a page. Can you do zoom in on his outfit? Look at how much they just nailed his outfit from the onset. Like there's been very little change in his outfit in almost 40 years. I mean, obviously it's had some tweaks, but the basic design is still there.
Yeah, and what's interesting for this, because I started reading him in the new 52, and again, that's like armored up, but it's still pretty much that.
Yeah, it is crazy. And then Arrow, like they do like the Arrow costume for Deathstroke is actually pretty good.
Again, I'm gonna tell you this: season 2 of Arrow, the entire Deathstroke thing is stupendous. It's so good.
I'm actually rewatching Arrow right now. I'm on season 1, and it's pretty good.
Exactly. And the whole thing, I dig this. I also dig, again, I like the alien script he has for Starfire. It's a little more unique. It would be kind of cool if they added in the back of the book, like even the omnibus, a translation so you can actually translate what you're saying.
So the funny thing about this book is when it came out, it did get a little flack because they thought it was DC's ripoff of the X-Men. Okay. Because you got to realize X-Men at this time was white hot. It was like really freaking popular.
It was Claremont, right?
Claremont X-Men. Yes.
Okay, good. Yeah.
And the thing is, I can on a surface level you can kind of see it. I mean, Doom Patrol did the X-Men thing a year before X-Men, so if anything,
another time when Marvel ripped off DC. Suck it.
Suck it, Marvel. But here's the thing: Chris Claremont actually at a convention once stated the only thing X-Men and Teen Titans have in similarity is that they once were popular and then they came back to much greater success.
And they're both about teenagers with powers.
No, they're teenagers with attitude.
Oh, you mean like in Boba Fett? I had to.
Anyway. So I just wanted to bring that up because I thought it was kind of a funny little anecdote. And
correct me if I'm wrong, though.
X-Men and Teen Titans actually did get a crossover issue, which we need to cover at some point.
Yeah. That might be in because they're reprinting all the old Marvel DC crossovers in an omnibus form. By the way, wasn't this the DC book that was outselling Marvel at one point?
Yes, like that's the thing. Like DC at this time wasn't doing very well, and this book it had a bit of a slow burn. Like it wasn't until like it sold okay, but like issue 6, the Day in the Life book, which we'll kind of get to. It sold like really, really well.
Yeah, and I could tell why. What? Okay.
I'm trying not to say it.
No, but what I mean with the Day in the Life one, it's like, particularly the cyborg scene, I could tell why that would resonate with a lot of people. But anyway, so again, immediately when I was reading this, because I read, exactly. I do agree with you on that one, Nick. But the thing about this, it's also kind of cool seeing Wally West before DC butchered him.
Oh, can you go back one, please?
Yeah.
Zoom in on that Robin face, please.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I just want to see, like, oh, didn't that look just like that is good art?
Well, the other thing, good art. Look at the after image of Kid Flash.
Yeah, that's just really good. Like, also
the trail.
Also, I really like how they're building a relationship between Kid Flash and Raven. Like that's a dynamic we haven't seen.
No, we haven't, because it's mainly been Kid Flash. Wasn't it Raven and Beast Boy in the Teen Titans cartoon? I thought it
not
was.
Really. I think the only ship they actually did kind of push was Starfire and Robin, as they should.
No, they shouldn't. If Batgirl exists, they should.
And to Camu, it was Raven and Damian. Yeah.
Don't worry, Nick. I understand that a man of your age has trouble remembering names.
They're nice, bro. They're nice.
But again, all of it, because it's a George Perez book, so you know the art's gonna be superb. Particularly as someone, because here's the funny part: I knew a lot of his art like tricks, because again, I had read like the first volume of his Wonder Woman run, so it's just more of that, but it's really cool. I also like how he renders Starfire's little star blasts.
Yeah, because like when you see it in like the Teen Titans cartoon, which we have already covered by the time this is gonna go live,
time travel
is it's like orbs of green or green stuff, but like this, it's fire, which I think
fire.
I got to give it to the Titans TV series. They actually portrayed that really well.
Yeah. By the way, speaking of Horn Dog, yeah, just the yeah. I'm like, okay.
Go up. Yep. I love the look on Robin's face.
He's like, okay, because let's be honest, that's how we all would react to that.
Also, go up a little bit more. I just want to see like Starfire's face right before she does it. Like she knows exactly what she's about to do, and she's like, "I'm going for it."
Yeah, and then she realizes, oh man, he tastes like someone that's actually in love with Batgirl.
So Jared will.
Don't worry. I get it. Old men are cranky. I get it.
All right. Do the first panel. I want to zoom in on that one. Just like, oh my god!
And I love Cyborg's massaging Donna Troy's back.
Yeah, like that's the other part. That's what I realized. Holy crap, this comic is horny. Like, look at Donna's.
Look at her face. Look at Donna's face.
I love how this comic. It's like we just got an end of a battle. What should we do? Let's have one of the heroes massage the other one, and she'll like it. Well, not only that. I mean, look at this. Starfire is standing there, ostensibly naked, and just going, "Are you sure I'm supposed to wear this bikini?" Oh, or Don. No. Go back. Oh, and Donna with the coat. Like, I'm sorry. They knew what they were doing. George Perez knew exactly what he was doing when he made that. God bless this man. I'm not even mad. I'm just like admiring it. Well, and then you also get like this. You also have Beast Boy turning into a dog and like howling when the girls come out in the bikini. Oh. This comic is so horny. I love it. And then he goes, "No, zoom in. Oh, they do not draw boobs like that anymore. No, they do not. But sorry, and then the thing I like is that again, this is where it starts to intersect with the Snyder Cut when they're talking about Cyborg's arc and like particularly his arc with his father. And I like the way this represents, but I also liked in issue 7 the way it kind of wraps up. Yeah, and we'll get to that. We'll definitely. So we're covering issues 1 through 8 here. So that's what we're doing, and we're kind of just like going through it, talking about what we liked as we go, and now we're getting to the good stuff here. Great. I like another thing. I liked how they made Grant's costume like Deathstroke, but not like straight up Deathstroke. Yeah, this is kind of where another one of my criticisms come in because I partially excuse it, but like I'm just tired of the whole we only use 10% of our brains, which has been so thoroughly just proven to be bullcrap. Like that is just simply not a thing. I actually kind of prefer it that Grant Slade Wilson. Sorry, Wilson. Frick off. I know it's an old man that gets confused with names. I like how Slade Wilson basically got DC's version of the Super Soldier Serum. So Deathstroke is an evil Captain America.
He basically is, which I would love to see Deathstroke fight Cap. Deathstroke wins.
That would be a good fight. I think Deathstroke actually might win.
Yeah, he would win because Deathstroke is willing to go all the way.
Yeah, you know what I would like? What if you gave Deathstroke an adamantium sword? He could kill Wolverine.
Or what if you gave Deathstroke the War Machine suit?
Deathstroke doesn't need armor like that.
He doesn't, yeah, exactly. And again, back to the bikini and
zoom in. Let's give our audience what they came for.
Wait, back to the Playboy Mansion. Look at Beast Boy.
Let's make sure that the audience gets what they came here for. Like they came here for a certain thing. So let's give it to them.
I think we know what the thumbnail is going to be.
Yeah, maybe that Starfire panel right there, maybe.
But yeah, they definitely knew what they
were
doing.
Wait. No, go back to Donna Troy. I want to like.
I also like how her bikini is the same color scheme as her costume.
That's what you're noticing? Okay.
Among other things.
I would hope so, my red-blooded friend.
I am a straight male, dude. What else do you think I'm noticing?
Maybe her luscious locks of hair and how it's like they put the blue in between it. Like, I love that.
Yes. Nick is a hair man. We all know that.
Also, like, look at the statue. Like, here we
look at the way Starfire is also laying back. Again, this book is the Playboy Mansion.
Zoom in, brother. Zoom in.
This is as zoomed in as I can get.
All right.
Enhance.
Print out a copy for my personal collection.
For research purposes.
This episode is threading the line so much. I love it.
What we have to do, we have to title this "Reviewing Teen Titans for Research."
Oh no! That's going to be the tagline for research purposes. I swear.
Mm-hmm. I also like with this, you can't. Deathstroke. Grant doesn't know Deathstroke is his father, and I kind of like that whole dynamic. Slade knows, but obviously Grant does, and he's like, my father was a great man, and then Slade's like,
yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm. And then again, I love the whole fight. This all looks really good. Again, it's George Perez running a solid action scene, surprising no one.
Yeah.
And then we get the Fearsome Five.
Oh, yeah.
Again.
That is just a great piece of art, like splash panel.
Yeah, that's a good one. I love that one.
Also, I do love how right from the onset, they set up Dick's like conflict with Batman. One of my favorite panels is when he's walking out. You see Bruce Wayne in like a robe, and he's got the thing. It's like, oh, Dick, you got your costume on? You need some help?
Yeah, I love that. That's good. I also love how Beast Boy is flying around as a pterodactyl. Like no one's gonna notice that. A giant green pterodactyl just flew by my window. I wonder what's going on there.
Oh, that reminds me of one of my favorite X-Men moments where they're talking to Sauron. He's like, so you have the ability to write people's DNA. You can literally cure cancer. Why don't you? And he's like, I just like turning people into dinosaurs.
Yeah. That's good. I love that.
I mean, he's honest.
And we get the Fearsome Five. And by the way, Gizmo shows up in the cartoon and Simon from Young Justice.
Yeah. Does he also appear in Also, did you notice they shouted out Blue Valley?
I think so.
Yeah, it's from Stargirl.
Okay, yeah, okay. I understand that now.
Also, Simon, I think, is the same character for Psywave. If I remember correctly.
Who's Psywave?
Stargirl.
Oh, okay. Yeah, probably. But
I like the way they draw this.
Yeah, I was about to say, I like the way because it's like her like recounting her home, and I like the way that they put her face in there.
Like, honestly, this panel does scream X-Men to me.
Yeah, it does. It's 100% a Cochrane or a burn piece.
Also, did you notice who the so the X-Men comparison's, I think, pretty fair. Like, did you notice who the editor of this is?
Who is it?
Len Wein.
Oh, yeah.
Len Wein is the editor of these books. So it makes sense why it has a bit of an X-Men feel to it, because the guy who created Uncanny is the editor. So, like, it makes sense why there's some X-Men DNA in here.
Yeah, it definitely is. And again, I get what the X-Men analogies is. It's just, again, it's the most surface level, like, and credit to Claremont for saying it's nothing like X-Men.
Yeah, I will say, so when they introduced Kitty Pryde into the X-Men, Marv Wolfman decided to take that and be like, I'm going to do my own thing. And that's how Terra came about. So
that's where Terra comes from?
Yeah. He basically wanted to create an evil Kitty Pryde.
Wow, that's interesting.
Because if you think about it, if you look at the story of Terra...
And wait. I have a theory that she was also influenced by Bruce Timm, hence her sleeping with Deathstroke.
Bro, we are 10 years before Bruce Timm even came on the scene.
No, I'm sure he had some influence somehow.
Now, I swear, if we ever review like a comic book from 1940, you're gonna somehow say Bruce Timm, even though like Bruce Timm was never even born.
Back then, Batgirl was the appropriate age. I'm sorry.
I just can't even, guys. I don't know what to do with this guy.
He does not endorse Comic League's opinions. We all know that.
The Phoenix Press does not share this idiot's opinion.
I love the image of hell, by the way, how this is colored.
Yeah, it's really good. The pentagram looks a little bit wonky, but yeah.
And then I really, again, I like all of Cyborg stuff dealing with his dad because it all comes to a head later.
I like how it's like the heat is there. It looks ridiculous, but it kind of works.
And I love Beast Boy turning into a woodchuck and going through the ground, and then you see Titan's Tower, which is kind of funny. It looks smaller than it actually is.
I think that's because of the scale, because they have Beast Boy right there. You know, because Titan Tower is usually a lot bigger.
Yeah, it is. And
also, wait, go back. Can we just give a shout out to this page layout right here? Can we just kind of give a shout out to like the way the cape is going over?
Yeah, the way the cape frames everything. That is so good. This is back when they were actually creative with that stuff.
Oh, for sure. And then this one too. Like, look at how. No, go back a page, please. Like her face.
Yeah,
it kind of bleeds into the next panel. Like this is good work.
Yeah, George Perez, I'm sure, had a blast with this.
Yeah, you can tell both Marv Wolfman and George Perez were firing on all cylinders for this book.
Yeah, particularly whenever they have Cyborg or Starfire actually fire stuff.
Also, another one of my favorite lines, I think it's in this issue, where it's like, oh, why is Cyborg not here? Oh, he's going to hit up George Lucas because he wants to be in Star Wars 3. He's going to be C-3PO's best friend. I love that they called it Star Wars 3 because this book came out before Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the fact that this book is like in this like weird early 80s time frame actually kind of adds the charm, if you will.
The other thing I kind of like about this is that throughout the first couple of issues, Raven's not so much. Raven is the reason why the team reassembles because she's like, there's a threat that's about to attack and we need a team to fight it. We need teenagers with attitude.
Also, I love how Robin's like, we don't know you. Explain yourself. And Flash is like, hands off my woman. You know, you got all the neck.
And then I love where everyone just, as soon as she explains herself, they're like, okay.
Yeah, even Raven's like, yeah, I totally understand why you don't trust me, Robin. I totally get it, you know.
And then we get the JLA, but the crappy JLA. In other words, not the ones that would actually stand up against like Doomsday. Well, actually, Wonder Woman and Green Lantern are probably the most powerful ones here. But it's like,
this is one thing I will say. I think the Grant Morrison Teen Titans actually did a similar storyline. I kind of feel like they did it better.
Yeah. By the way, the whole blue and silver look for Batman, it's kind of growing on me.
All it took was Ben Affleck wearing it in the Flash for you to actually care.
No, it wasn't that, because that was even a stupid ass suit. It looked horrible when he Batman should not stand like this.
All right, let's not go on any tangents here for that.
The one thing I think is kind of funky is Zatanna's costume. I'm like, well, that's unique. It's unique at least. So I'm like, because I'm sick of costumes looking mostly the same except for slight color changes.
Yeah, I mean, Zatanna's costume is pretty iconic. You know, the fishnets, the suit tie. You can't mess with perfection.
Yeah, and then we get a lot of Starfire's. I mean, Starfire.
No, go back one page. Go back one panel. Zoom in, please. Enhance.
Enhance.
Can we just that is such a trippy panel.
That is so good. You practically have to drop acid in order to understand it.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he did, because look at that. Also, I love how it just flows. There's no panel lines, but it still flows. It's different things. It's just, this is masterwork. This is a master at work.
Again, this is back when they could do more with less. That's the key thing here, where they didn't need all. In my day, we didn't need any fancy smancy panels. And then, or more accurately, in Nick's day. But anyway, so.
Oh, wait, no, go back. There's another panel. I love this. I just the symmetry and all that stuff. It just looks really good.
Yeah. So continuing on, we have a fight between the Justice League and the Teen Titans. I like how Robin uses the color yellow to carry up Lantern. That just looks so stupid, but I'm here for it because
80s, brother. It's the 80s.
It's before the impurity was eliminated.
And then wait, go back. The one where we see Raven's face.
Yeah,
that one. I love it.
The expressive
look at
face.
That.
Yeah,
and then we got the classic up more one. That one kind of down where you see them standing next to each other. Bottom panel.
Yeah. What?
Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
No, bottom panel, please. That, yeah. Look at that. How cool is that?
It looks so good. Yeah, all of this is good because, again, they seem like, for lack of a better term, titans. They look like gods, essentially.
Teen gods.
Teen Titans.
Wait, if they're god, well, maybe they're not gods. They're titans.
Wait, volume 5. What is this? Oh, this is the wrong thing. Technical.
What the heck?
For some reason, it brought me to volume 5. I did not ask for this. Technical difficulties, folks. Okay, so we went through this issue. Let me go to here. It just goes to volume 5.
Well, I guess we can kind of cap it off here.
Yeah,
because they're kind of running low on time, and I think we kind of just so Jared. I'm just gonna say this right now, 11 out of 10. Okay, I don't think anyone doubted I would give this my highest rating, as much as this means to me. Okay,
you
fine.
Gave oh, I found it. If you wanted to skip to the Day in Our Lives issue, we can do that real quick.
Yeah, let's do that one real quick. This is one, because that one has a lot of fun moments, and that's the last issue we're going to cover here. So what rating would you give this whole thing?
11 out of 10 as well. This is fantastic. This is comic book storytelling at its finest.
Will you be reading more, Jared?
Oh, I have the omnibus, of course. I love Donna taking nude photographs.
Look at this photograph.
Look at this photograph.
Enhance.
Oh, enhance.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. At first, I thought it was on Themyscira. Then I saw, why are the Amazons wearing jeans? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's oh, okay. Wait. Sorry, the first panel, please. Enhance. I love that outfit. It's kind of 70s, and I like it.
Yeah, exactly. And plus with the really, really, really inordinate amount of hair.
Yeah, Starfire. I mean, her. Do you? I do not want to know how much she spends on conditioner.
Oh no, that's got to be like over $100.
So yeah, this is kind of like, you know how some episodes of a TV show they do like the Tales from Ba Sing Se episode. They do like different vignettes, the characters kind of living their lives.
Or
This
the
is
useless
that
beach
comic form.
episode.
What?
Or the useless beach episode. Anyway, what I like about this one is that so Cyborg is talking to a kid that he realizes now has an amputated limb like him, and he's like, "Oh, these kids, I'm a special ed teacher. We like show these kids that their life doesn't have to end even though they lose a limb," and that's such a great like way to get Cyborg out of his funk.
Yeah, they like Cyborg as a character where I could feel like a lot of writers don't know how to handle him, but like Fear from the outset, they knew exactly what they're doing with this character, and I love it.
Yeah, exactly. And then we get more Raven. All of this is colored so well. Good lord.
The colorist knew exactly what they were
The
doing.
colorist understood the assignment. That is correct. And there's Wally West.
Yeah.
And I love the mother going, "I washed your costume, dear." And then, of course, we have the panel spread of Donna taking Starfire's pictures. Yes, hello, honey. Here's your thumbnail right there, Nick.
Yeah, possibly. I think so. Maybe.
Everything's good. And by the way, these two, oh, don't worry, they're definitely this definitely gonna work out okay for those two.
Yeah. So let's kind of wrap it up here before we get a little bit too excited.
Before we start drooling.
Well, too late for that. But thank you, Jared, for joining me, and hope you guys like this. We're returning next week with more comics watching news. I'm Nick from the Phoenix Press, and remember, I can only show you the door. You're the ones that walk through it.